NBA 2K26 Community Day is happening right now, and on August 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be getting a bunch of information on my team, the Triple Threat Park, and gameplay. And on August 23rd at 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be getting the full My Player Builder breakdown, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. But right now, we already know a whole bunch about the NBA 2K26 My Player Builder, and I'm going to show you guys a build that I'm planning to make on day one. This build is extremely unique, and I think it's going to be extremely overpowered, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to be making a small forward, 6'10 on the height, 216 for the weight with a 6'10 wingspan. And yes, this is basically a stretch big type build, a point forward type build, basically a super tall guard. And here is the full build right here. So if you guys just want to check it out real quick and get out of here, feel free to do so. But I'm going to go ahead and break down every aspect of this build, how to use cap breakers, how to use build specialization, and how to use all of the new badge perks. So like I said, this is a big guard build. We are going to be 6'10", but this is a main ball handler, pretty much a point guard. But let's start out with our shooting. We have a 93 mid-range, which gives us gold Deadeye, Hall of Fame set shot, and gold shifty shooter, an 83 three-pointer for bronze limitless range, and I also gave myself an 89 free throw. And I am going to use the +2 tier 1 badge perk to get legend Deadeye, and I'm going to use the +1 tier 1 badge perk to get legend set shot specialist. So just like that, we already have legend set shot and legend Deadeye. And for the tier 2 badge perk, I'm going to use +2 to get legend shifty shooter as well. So this build is going to be an amazing shooter with legend shifty, legend set shot, and legend Deadeye. We're going to be able to fade middies and shoot over everybody. But next up, moving to our playmaking, this is a super important part about this build, and the base version of this build is going to get a 94 pass accuracy, a 77 ball handle, and a 68 speed with ball. But let me explain. This is super important, so make sure you listen. We're going to use the build specialization on playmaking, and that is going to give us 2 cap breakers, which we will give to our pass accuracy, getting it to a 96. And not that the 96 pass really gives us anything, but in the future, when we get the 5 more cap breakers, probably from a rep reward, we're going to use 3 on those to get a 99 pass, and then we're going to use the last 2 to get a 96 driving layup. But coming back down to our playmaking and talking about the build specialization, that is going to give us a +2 to a playmaking badge, which I am going to use on lightning launch for gold lightning launch on a 6'10 build. Then we have a +1 for a playmaking badge, which I'm planning on using for silver handles for days. And this 77 ball handle does give us some simple badges. I'm super excited to see how good strong handle is. We do get on Hall of Fame, and like I said, we're also going to have gold lightning launch on this build, so we should be able to move a little bit. Obviously, we're not going to be the fastest, but we're here to shoot, pass, and get to the rim, which leads me into our playmaking. Like I said, we're going to use 2 cap breakers to get a 96 driving layup, which is going to be crazy on a 6'10 build. That will give us Hall of Fame physical finisher. We also are going to have Hall of Fame float game, and we do have gold layup mix master. So we're 6'10, we're going to get the Giannis layups, and we're going to be a layup master on this build. 2K did add the new custom layup packages, so I'm super excited to try that out, especially on a tall build like this. We do have a 55 driving dunk, just so we can dunk it when we're wide open, and a 40 standing dunk for the basic standing dunk package. And I did forget to mention, we are going to have 1 more cap breaker for a tier 2 badge for a +1, and you can add that to wherever. I would probably add it to strong handle for legend strong handle. So this build is going to have a bunch of legend badges with all the cap breakers. Obviously, you're gonna have all of the passing badges on legend. With that 99 pass accuracy, you can have legend strong handle, legend shifty shooter, legend set shot, and legend Deadeye. And of course, you're also going to have that gold lightning launch and silver handles for days. And even though this build is crazy offensively, we're a really good finisher, a really good shooter, and a 99 pass accuracy with a little bit of ball handle, we still get a pretty decent amount of defense, a 68 interior, which does give us bronze paint patroller, an 83 perimeter for silver challenger, silver immovable, gold off-ball pest, and silver pick dodger, a 73 steal for silver interceptor and bronze glove, and a 74 block for that paint patroller and high flying denier. So I know we do have minimum wingspan, but we do have pretty solid defensive ratings, especially for an offensive build. And another big part about this build is we have an 80 offensive rebound for Silver, Box Out Beast, and Silver Rebound Chaser. So when we drive to the rim, we get that 96 layup. Even if we miss, we should have a good chance of getting an offensive rebound. Or if we pass it out to our teammate and they miss, we're going to be under the rim and getting a whole bunch of second chance points. And then finally, coming back to our physicals, we have a 79 speed, which isn't the greatest, but it's not too bad. A 75 agility for our defense. We just want to be moving as quick as possible. An 84 strength, which is definitely very good for a guard like this. That does give us brick wall silver, box out beast silver. We're gonna have Hall of Fame physical finisher once we get those cap breakers as well. Silver unmovable and Hall of Fame strong handle. And then lastly, a 60 vertical for that bronze high flying denier. So this is the full build that I am planning to make on day one, and let me go over it once again. You're going to use the build specialization, give it 2 cap breakers to get a 96, and then once you get those first 5 cap breakers, you're going to get this to a 99. You're going to have 2 left, which gets our layup up to a 96. And looking at all of the badge perks that we're going to use on this build, we're going to use a +2 for Legend Deadeye, a +1 for Legend Set Shot. Our build specialization will give us gold lightning launch and silver handles for days. And then we have a +2 to get legend shifty shooter and a +1 to get legend strong handle. So that is the full build right there. I know it's super different and it's super unique. I know it probably doesn't fit most people's play styles, but I think this is going to be a super dominant build. I'm going to be a great passer. I'm tall, I can shoot, I can fade in the mid-range. I got a whole bunch of really solid badges. I can play defense a little bit, I can rebound, I can do basically everything on the court at a very high level. And I do definitely want to tell you guys, this is by no means a meta build. Like I said, it's not going to fit everyone's play style. But when I'm playing on the 2s court on day 1 and early in 2K26, I want to be a good passer. I want to be able to get to the rim and bully smaller players. And I do want to be a good 3-point and mid-range shooter. And for me, this build hits all of those boxes. So I think it's going to be a great build for me early on in 2K26. But by no means is it a meta build. I'm going to be playing in the rec. I think it'll be really good in the rec. On 3s, it won't be the greatest, probably, especially since we're not the fastest, but you can kind of play as a spot up as well on this build. That's why I really like it. It's really versatile. We can do a whole bunch of different things, but that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more 2K26 content. And remember, we got a whole bunch of information coming on August 22nd and August 23rd, so subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping bangers all year. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.